Hello, Forest Park. This is Don Jones. I'm the city manager for the city of Forest Park. And it is Wednesday, March 18th. And we wanted to give you an update on the city's response to the coronavirus. What's important to us is the continuation of public services, make sure they're uninterrupted as much as possible, protect the public and protect our employees. That is our ultimate goal, is to continue to provide public services to our community during this time when things are in upheaval. There's enough confusion, enough problems with folks in their daily schedules to not add to it. Based on the latest information, we wanted to give you what we're doing here at Forest Park. First of all, we want to assure you that we're open for business. As of today, the city is continuing all of its services: police, fire, public works, tax, and permitting are our main functions, but all the functions of the city continue to be operational. We are taking steps to protect our workers. We're making sure that we are limiting their exposure. They're limiting their exposure to each other, but also to the public. So therefore, we have essentially shut down the city administration building to the public. What does that mean for you? It means that you can still, as of today, we have drop boxes at the front door to accept documents and information that you would want to drop off to continue your interactions with the city. Mainly those are two pieces of information that we're looking for to maintain business operations. The tax office, it's the tax filing season, and we are still processing tax returns and moving forward with our tax season. So we've made it available to our citizens, and we've had this forever. We have drop boxes, we're just making it mandatory. If you have to drop off your information, the city will not be doing face-to-face tax returns this year. So if you need to have your tax return done by the city, get your information together, your 1040, your federal 1040, all of your 1099s, your W-2s, any information that you might need to prepare a tax return. Get that information together, bring it to City Hall, put it in an envelope, make copies of it, and drop it off. Our folks will prepare your tax return and contact you when they're finished with it. That's going to protect not only you, but it's going to protect the person doing the tax return and make sure that we can continue to operate as a city. The building department is also in the same situation. If you need a building permit, get the information together, go through the checklist, drop it off at the city. We'll issue the permit or contact you if we have any issues or need to do an inspection. We are still doing inspections. Again, we're trying to limit the face-to-face contact as much as possible, and while still maintaining our operations. That may change after we take this. We don't know. This changes day to day, and we are taking our advice from the professionals. The City of Forest Park is a member of the Hamilton County Public Health District. They are our health department. They're the professionals. They're in direct contact with the CDC and the Ohio Public Health. And we have a seat at that table. Our fire chief has been involved with that organization for months, and we are involved in the planning and dissemination of information. For administration, governance is continuing. We have talked with our employees. We are working to identify key employees and essential services that need to be continued for the public. Police and fire are considered essential services, and they will not change. They are taking steps in their operations to mitigate, again, as much as possible, their exposure to folks who might have this disease. So go to our website for all of this information. I will always refer you to the most current information to our website, but we have recommendations for police. If you call 911 and you have a need for them, maybe meet them outside, that way people don't have to go inside. That protects the people inside the building as well as our police officers. Same with the fire department. We are canceling all non-essential training that can be put off. If it's discretionary, we're moving it out of our building and we're moving it to a later date. when we can make sure that our folks are able to continue to provide services, we need to make sure that they're healthy and protected. So police and fire will continue. Public Works is also an essential service. They will continue to work. Most of their work is individual and it's outside. So again, we're protecting them by not having them in big groups. We're also, they're outside, and we want to make sure that the functions that they need to do, such as to maintain the city, those the buildings and the maintenance crews are able to function. Again, we've scheduled and we've altered their schedules. They report to work differently. They work different hours. So we're trying to maintain services. We also are working with our individual employees to make sure that we understand that since the schools have been closed, that causes a tremendous burden on many of our employees, and because the kids are now home. And so we are working with our employees to determine, number one, if they can work from home, and we're going to accommodate that. Number two, if they can't and they need to be off, that we are providing sick leave and other leaves to our employees so that they can continue to operate and take care of their families. The Senior Center has been closed and then will be closed for the foreseeable future. Obviously, all of this, that is a place where our senior citizens gather. They are the most at-risk population, and we need to protect them. Therefore, the city has decided to, with the advice and the consultation of our Senior Center Advisory Group, to close the Senior Center for the foreseeable future. Therefore, all activities and events that are sponsored by the city have been canceled. We are also working with private events that have been scheduled there to work to reschedule their events as well. Recreation, we've had a lot of calls about recreation and spring sports leagues. For the foreseeable future, those leagues have been postponed. We hope in the summer we'll be able to maybe have a limited season, but we'll work with the leagues that we participate with to determine exactly how we're going to proceed. But for the foreseeable future, those functions and those leagues and those teams have been postponed. Again, the city is part of the Hamilton County Public Health District. We take our information from them and our cues from them. Again, they're the most authoritative group in terms of the ones that we deal with to give us information in a timely manner. They have, and the city across many, based on the information from the governor, public restaurants and bars have been closed. People have asked, how's that enforced? It's enforced through the Ohio Department of Public Health. They have the authority to shut down those facilities with the governor's orders. They will be inspecting. Hamilton County is the inspection agent. So the Hamilton County Public Health Inspectors will be going around and inspecting and making sure that bars and restaurants are in compliance. However, if they're not, obviously the police can enforce these shutdowns as well. However, I would recommend and make sure that if you have your favorite restaurant, many of them are still able to have carry-out, take-out, and use these delivery services. So if you have DoorDash or one of the other ones. So if you've got your favorite restaurant, you still want to eat there, please support these local restaurants in Forest Park. Many of them are locally owned, and we want to make sure that they are able to weather the storm here. Many of the public buildings have been closed as well. The libraries have been closed. We've had questions about unemployment. We've had questions about leave and things like that. Those are mainly Ohio Jobs and Family Services, so those questions can be answered at their website, and we're going to refer everyone to our website that has a question, and we'll have links for all of this information, whether it's Jobs and Family Services, whether it's the Hamilton County Public Health District, or the Ohio Public Health District, the CDC. We have all the links there so you can get the most current information that's available that we are seeing at the same time. So the public can have as much information as we would have as city officials and public employees. Currently, this will go out tonight. Again, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, the 19th. Mayor's Court. Let's talk about that for a second. Again, Social distancing is the new buzzword. Stay 6 feet apart. Wash your hands. Do the public health things you need to do. Again, we have information there on our website if you're not sure what that is. Bottom line is, try and stay away from large groups of people. Recognizing that, our mayor's court, due to the coronavirus, that was scheduled for Thursday the 19th, has been canceled. So if you had a need to show up there, you need to check this information. Regular traffic and misdemeanors, minor misdemeanor cases have been continued till April 2nd, 2020 at 6 p.m. At that time, we'll reevaluate and make sure that that date works still and see where we're at in terms of the crisis. If you have need for information, please contact our Mayor's Court office at 513-595-5224. Again, that's 513-595-5224. You can make payments over the phone with a credit card or a debit card. Tax cases will be continued to the next tax court date, which will be May 2nd, 2020 at 6 p.m. Prior to your new court date, you'll need to contact the tax office to finalize your filing for the years in question. You can contact the tax office at 513-595-5211 if you have any questions, concerns in regards to your tax situation. Getting back to the tax situation, we have eliminated face-to-face tax preparation. We've instituted the drop boxes at the front door. But we also, again, want to refer you to our website. You can e-file your taxes online. You can also e-pay your bills online. Because we are taking this step to eliminate the face-to-face filings, we have not extended the due date for the tax returns, but we've extended the payment due date by 15 days. So instead of having your tax payment due by April 15th, the payment will be due by May 1st. Again, this is subject to change on a daily basis, but I would still suggest that folks take advantage of the online filing as the most efficient and easiest way to make sure that your taxes are filed on time. Finally, many buildings have been closed. There's been a lot of disruption. People have been running on Kroger's and other places. Again, please, the shelves are going to be restocked. Buy what you need. Make sure your family's safe. But don't panic. Don't take things, stock up so much that people who really need them. We all need hand sanitizer, and if one person has 1,000 bottles, that means there's 1,000 people that can't buy it. Let's make sure that we think about the public, think about your neighbors. The senior center's closed. If you have senior relatives or young relatives even during this time frame, but mainly senior folks, let's make sure we give them a call, talk to them, make sure they're not isolated, make sure they're being taken care of, make sure they're eating properly and getting their meals. Same way with the kids, if they're off school, let's make sure that if you have children who are home, let's make sure that the schools, I believe, are still providing the two meals, the free lunch, the lunch programs that would provide breakfast and lunch for many of our students. Let's make sure that if you're a parent, that you go to the Winton Woods and the Northwest School District website. Make sure that you understand what they're doing for those, for meal plans. So let's make sure that everyone's taken care of, that as their schedules change and as things change, we don't want people to fall through the cracks. We'll be updating our website as we need to, as things change here at Forest Park. We also want to refer you to Facebook. We have a Facebook page. And we also want to refer you to Waycross Media. We use them as our main communication for the video like this. They're filming this today. And we want to make sure that if you need information, there's a lot there at Waycross to help.